MOHBAD wife direct to me because I saw my name, Vincent. Finally, this will be like a real interview, even though we are not seeing ourselves. So all I need her to do is, after I reply to this her post, make she reply to me. I go reply again, make she reply to me. Wait till I won't hear. That truth when I define some informations when I need go later come out. Because now they don't give me one information. So it's remaining small. Do you understand? So let's get right into it. So she said, Vincent, for nearly 2 years, I have endured your harassment, false narrative, and attempts to obstruct justice for my late husband, MOHBAD. Despite my silence, you have continued to spread misinformation, even going as far as to question the paternity of our son, Liam. Let me make this clear. My silence was never weakness. It was a choice to mourn my husband with dignity and allow legal proceedings to take their course. Your relentless attack only exposed your bias against him and everything he stood for. But I firmly believe in karma. Let me reiterate that I will not be coerced into giving full details of any disagreements my husband and I had. Couples argue, and it's normal. I'd like to remind you that I recorded my husband during an episode he had after suffering trauma at the hands of NDLEA, and the hands of some NDLEA officers. I played the recording back to him and he apologized. We then moved forward, got married, and had a child. Your attempts to bully me and my son are futile. Vincent, you are the last person I will ever seek help from. Okay, that's nice. All right, so trauma. Said they have a fight. Trauma. All right, cool. So now let's go back. Now, Bumi, it's now time to play everything that happened. If you remember, when you have recently came out to explain what happened to MOHBAD. You recently came out to explain, how he went for the show. He fought, he got a cut in his hand, he went back home, they called the nurse gave him an injection, you took him to the hospital. Basically, you have finally said it. Now, I have a question for you. This is everything you posted the day this boy buy. This now, everything will come out that day. I have everything on my phone. I save them for the day like this, And I will ask you why. Now, you said, nothing makes him happy no more. Even after seeing his baby, he became more worried. He's now a family man. He doesn't want anything to happen to us. I was supposed to collect my baby's passport yesterday so we could process our traveling. He always said to me, Wumi, please go for my baby's sake. I wouldn't want these people to harm you. And him, it will break me. You just go. Let me face them myself. Ileri Oluwa, rest in peace. You really need that peace. Again, you said, this nigga struggled, take by, too many pains, threatening. He has always lived with fear, continuous fights everywhere he goes to. He has never been happy for a whole day. He was called a junkie, a mad person, mental issues, so the public could have another view about him. He is spy, at least you all won. Take your trophy. You all made me a widow at 24. Olorun Idajo Re Da. Again, you said, this is the picture of you and him. He said, our love story was a different one. We fought really hard to be here. I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. Again, you said, we have so many plans. Two responsibilities have now become one. You were my ride or buy. I tried my best to make you stay. Ileri Oluwa, I repeat, I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. This is a picture you posted that same day. Liam doesn't deserve this. What do I tell him? He would only grow to know his father through the internet and his picture. Iwo Olorun Shanu mi. This is another one. This nigga by few minutes after I posted his son's 5-month birthday. Araye Egbami o. This is another one. You made pregnancy look so easy for me. You don't play no jokes when it comes to me. This is what you used to pay me back after 10 years. After 10 years of being with you. Ileri Oluwa Josh Shanumi. This is another one. I became a wife on this day. This nigga is so intentional about me. No one is perfect, but always make sure I don't lack in every area. Most artists don't do weddings, but proved how much he got me by doing ours. Na me know wetin death do me. No matter who I met, it can never be the same. Now, the question is, everything you posted on that fateful day when Mohbad died, why didn't you highlight the real story that you are telling us now after 2 years? There was never a part where you took 1 minute to share that, on my so day, we went out together. He had a fight with so person. When we got home, we called the nurse. The nurse took an injection. Now so intake by. Then we now carry on. Why didn't you highlight that part? You're talking about a narrative. I want you to understand that if to say on that first day, you just told the public the story of what happened to Mohbad, the real story, there would have been no need to talk about DNA tests. There would have been no any other narrative. You're talking about narrative when you started the narrative. If to say you tell us this story where you don't tell now after 2 years, if to say you start with that narrative, with that real story rather, if you say you start with that story, do you think you'll be in a position where people will go say, if like saying I will meet by this guy? Now let me ask you a question. Since you claim to be too innocent, imagine say as the public did that time where everybody they vex for Naira Marley and Sam Larry and Zinoliski and others. Imagine say they go their house, they burn them down, they buy them. So after 2 years, you go come tell us saying na no spy them when you clearly push the narrative that made it look as if na them actually buy them. Because with what you posted, it look as if some bad boys gather. They can't shoot Mohbad bar. It look as if some bad boys gather. They took a knife. It look as if that guy buy because now bad boys beat him till he buy.